Hello everyone, welcome back to landscaping. Today we will be doing a big job. I just got back here to the shop with the F750. I just dropped off all of the needed materials for today's project. We'll be building a gravel pad for a shed and moving it into place. We will also be building a vegetable garden. Today we will be using the 2024 F250 along with a low trail trailer and the brand new Bobcat 863. This will be our first time taking the new Bobcat onto a job. Let's get the power stroke warmed up here as we get loaded up. I'm a big fan here of this truck, being a regular cab long bed, one of my favorite trucks of all time here in Farm Sim. Now for today's job we will be bringing just a regular bucket along with the pallet fork to help move the shed. I believe the shed is 10 by 12, it's not too big, and it is, I believe, aluminum, so it's not going to be too heavy. I'm really excited to be back here with the landscaping company doing some projects. It's been a busy season, and you know what, it just keeps getting busier and busier. We'll get loaded up here, just trying to make sure we don't scrape the concrete floor there. Now, one thing we are doing a little different is we are kind of backing the skid steer onto the trailer. I like to switch it up, but when you back it onto the trailer, you cannot actually back it all the way up because all of the weight on the skid steers is kind of right about here. So we want tongue weight, but we don't want it to be too heavy here in the back. Now, up next, we will be using this brand new mod here, which allows us to actually strap things down here, which is very exciting. I can't wait to give it a try. Let's get these picked up here and moved into place. They're pretty cool mods, and I really just wanted to try it out here for today's video. Let me know down below if you guys would like me to continue to use it here. I thought it would be neat just to try once or twice. We will do one more there. So we got one on the bucket area, and then I think I will put the other one up top there. And let's put the last strap on there. So there we go, the skid steer is all strapped down. Now that's a pretty neat mod, I will have to say. It's pretty cool. Now I was thinking that I could make that possibly invisible, and then you actually won't see that at all. But just having the straps adds to the realism and makes sure that the skid steer just won't move around. Now if you do end up enjoying today's video, today's content, please drop a like. It's much appreciated here as it helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Now I will have to say I find it a lot easier to just go ahead with the dump truck early morning and drop off all the needed materials. It's a lot easier than disconnecting, reattaching the trailer just to unload what's in the back of the dump truck. I hope everyone's been having a fantastic day so far. Let me know how it is down below. My day has been pretty good. Now I am still working here on quite a few projects. I'm still working on the big one that I can't wait to reveal soon. Many of you guys will really like it once it comes out, which should be a lot of fun. And there's also lots of mods that I'm working on for upcoming videos. Now I am a big fan here of these regular cabs. I just find them to be great work trucks, shorter wheelbases, and they are actually a lot cheaper to purchase for the company. I will have to say, going down the road here, it looks so sweet, being the regular cab, but also just the skid steer being strapped down looks so cool, and it would be pretty cool to change those straps to chains. I think that would be possible, just kind of changing over the texture, but I think we'll do a full job walk around before we really get going, and I also really want the skid steer to get warmed up. I'm a big person just making sure everything's warmed up and ready to go. That way you don't start using it on a cold engine and possibly damage it there. But here we are at the job site, and we'll get the 863 warmed up here. Now this is the first time we are putting it to work. We bought it a few weeks ago and just really haven't found the perfect job for it. Alright, here at the job site we've 2 tons of gravel and I think 4 yards of topsoil mixed with loam and also compost. It's a great mixture. You don't want too much of one, and this should be good enough for the vegetables. And here's a shed we will have to move. It's going to be tricky, but I don't think we'll have a problem. Alright, so they want the shed right about this area here, and then they want their garden to be in direct sunlight, which means right where we are standing. So it should be a pretty easy job. Both should be easy, but this will probably be almost a half day's worth of work, if not a full day. Let's get unstrapped here, and we'll get unloaded. let's hop on the Bobcat here and get going. Now, let me know down below in the comments, guys, if you would like me to start to use those kind of strap mods a little bit more. I kind of find them pretty neat, and they definitely add a level of realism here. But let's see if we could kind of, actually, we'll probably disconnect the fork over here. Right here seems to be good. We'll get this disconnected, and then we should be able to get that disconnected, no problem. This one will just slide, rotate right around. It's not too heavy, and sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't perfect. And this 863 does have the powered feature there, so it's awesome and just a lot easier here for us. But let's go in there on that. Now this actually has the older controls. Both these move it, and then we do have the foot pedals there on the ground for the bucket. So that's how this skid steer is run. Now, I am a big fan of just doing Bobcat work. Just skid steer work in general is a ton of fun for me, and I really do enjoy doing it. But let's get going here on scraping the ground. We'll scrape the ground. We don't want to go too much, but we do want to go somewhat here. A pretty big area as well. They do want a little bit of gravel area in front, so that it's not always mud as they kind of step in the shed. Now, a few of you guys have been recommending that I kind of start to remove a little bit of the driving, and I think I might do that in, let me know down below in the comments if you guys would like that type of kind of video style. One more pass here and we should be good to go. Looks like having no problem. We don't have teeth on it, but that looks to be good. And there we have it. The dirt pad is all ready to go. I just kind of raked it out by hand. The entire area is level. Let's put 3-4 inches of gravel on top and then get the shed moved into place. Now luckily the shed isn't too heavy. I would probably estimate the shed's maybe 500 pounds. Not too big, and I don't think we'll have any problem using the skid steer to move it. Now if it was a little bit bigger, I probably would have brought a bigger skid steer with us just to make sure we didn't have any problems. Now this skid steer was back in FS19, and it was one of my favorite skid steers of all time, and this is actually on console as well, which is pretty neat. Not too many skid steers are on console, especially a Bobcat on console is just so cool, and that's awesome that there are more and more mods coming to that platform. Let's just get a nice full bucket here. Now, I am thinking about getting Farm Sim for the Xbox One and doing some pretty cool content. Like I've touched on, with so many cool mods coming out, I think I can make some pretty cool videos over there. But it looks like I ordered just enough here for the pad area. It's going to be a little bit of a bigger pad, which is no problem. They could always throw grass seed down where it's a little bit too big. Now, I will be doing a lot more GTA content as well. I'm still in the works with that, along with ATS, and just lots of cool games, and just not enough time in the day to record and edit, and not enough days in the week to even upload, and probably another bucket, and then that's pretty much it here for the gravel. Wow, right on point. Sometimes I order a little bit too much, but it looks like today I ordered just enough, which is good. This makes it a little bit easier here for us. We don't have to haul it away, and the customer doesn't have to pay for material, and that way they don't have to worry about that. And let's just kind of use the last of it here, and we'll drive over it. Driving over it just helps as well. Now, I am a big fan of first-person view as well. I think it's perfect, especially for a skid steer like this. It's just so awesome there. But there we go, guys. We got a nice full bucket load, and that's it. Wow, that's awesome. A little bit left in the driveway that we'll have to kind of scrape up, but we'll just get this unloaded. I don't even think there's much in the bucket. Alright, this will be tricky. I don't really move too much big things with the skid steers other than the sanders and salters, so we'll have to give this a try. We might be able to strap it on, and that would actually be a really good thing. We could do one big strap around the entire thing, and sometimes I have noticed this is tricky to get disconnected with the manual attaching mod, and one reason why I don't use it too much is it does cause quite a bit of problems. Now, if you guys have not already, I do recommend you go give me a follow over on Instagram. I do post every single day over there some pretty cool sneak peeks and updates about the channel. Let's see what we can do. This pallet fork is a pretty wide one here. Oh yeah, look at that. No problem lifting it up. It is a little bit light here in the back, but oh yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it. Wow. I can't really see anything, so we have to be pretty careful. But wow, looks like the gravel pad's a little bit too big, but that is fine. Oh yeah, almost like twice the size. We misjudged that just a little bit, but that is fine. And we'll get this put down here. Perfect, so that actually went a lot smoother than what I was even thinking was going to happen. Sometimes it just doesn't happen, so what I will do is I will actually throw some grass seed down, and then we'll get going here on the next one. Alright, let's get going here on the vegetable garden. Now, I did throw out a little bit of grass seed, and we do have a little bit of room here on the side. The customer actually came out and said they really did like the size of it. They just wanted it touched up just a little. But up next will be the vegetable garden. We'll dig up all this area, and then we are actually going to be putting down some small concrete looking walls. They're about 5 inches tall, which will help out in making sure that the dirt doesn't go everywhere as well, and it keeps all this good soil contained. Now, for gardens like this, you do want a mixture of topsoil, compost, and loam. You want a mixture of it. You don't want too much of one or the other, and that way everything gets good. Especially with manure, if you put too much, you'll actually just burn up the plants, and they won't really grow, and that is always tricky here. So 3-4 more passes with digging up, and then the rest of it is just kind of moving dirt today. Lots of skid steer work, and that's awesome because I really do enjoy this type of work. Now, I am a big fan of landscaping. I've actually done quite a bit in real life, and it's just a lot of fun for me to be able to showcase it in my videos. Alright, let's get going here with this concrete border here. Very nice, kind of very small, but this will be good enough. It's 5 inches tall. It's going to be a little bit on the raised garden bedside, which is perfect, but we also dig down 3-4 inches. Now, let me know down below in the comments, guys, if you have had a vegetable garden in real life. I will say homegrown food is really, really good. I actually have had a garden every single year with tomatoes and things like that. Maybe I could do a video on my garden. That would be a pretty cool thing. But here we go, a few more pieces, and then the rest of it today is just moving all this dirt into place, and then we'll probably just hand rake it out nice and level. Now, as we begin to make multiple trips here with the skid steer to bring dirt back and forth, we do not want to go on the same tire tracks. Otherwise, we will be leaving some pretty big ruts here in the yard. We don't want to be tearing it up, and we don't want to have to kind of fix the yard if we don't have to. So every time we go back and forth, I will try to drive on a different part of the lawn, and I don't think we'll have any problems. But every time I look at the skid steer, it's one of my favorite ones. Probably one of the best skid steer mods I've ever seen in Farm Sim. It's just that good of a mod. Now, if you guys have not already, I do recommend you go give me a follow over on Instagram. I do post every single day over there some pretty cool sneak peeks and updates about the channel, and just lots of cool content and some pretty cool pictures as well. Now, using the joystick here in the steering wheel really does help out with the gameplay, and you guys seem to really be enjoying all the content, which is awesome. Awesome. Now, I am working on getting live streaming set up. Hopefully I could live stream once a week. I think that would be a pretty good goal here, and also once a week on Twitch as well. I think that would be nice. Yeah, probably 4 or 5 more bucket loads, and then that's pretty much it. We'll just have to hand rake out the rest, and yeah, wow, that's awesome. Now, I will have to say the visibility here in the Bobcats aren't always the best, but we do have to be protected just in case this was to roll over or anything. And I will have to say this thing looks awesome. Let me know down below in the comments, guys, what is your favorite skid steer brand? But like I have touched upon earlier, having all of the materials here is so much easier than having us unload out of the dump truck. That way, we just come here with the dump truck, we get everything unloaded, and then we use a different truck to bring the equipment. But I hope everyone has had a really good summer so far. Mine's been really good. I've done quite a lot of cool things around the house here. Lots of projects. And it's going to get pretty bumpy in here. It's just spilling a little bit outside. But that is okay. So I think we'll do another bucket or two and then we'll call it a day here. But it's been pretty warm out this summer. Lots of just warm weather. It's been in the 90s. I would say almost every single day over the last few weeks here with quite a few heat waves. But hopefully the rain keeps coming so the grass keeps growing. Now, we do have our part-time employee helping out soon as well on some big projects as well. He mainly helps out with the lawn care side of the business, but we are just so busy with projects that we definitely need to call on more people. Now, we are actually booking projects for next season already. That's just how busy the company is, and we are doing swimming pool removals and things like that as well, which should be a lot of fun video-wise. And this is a little tricky now, being that we are kind of here in the center, but I think this is where we'll call it a day. It's been a pretty long day here for us, a little bit of touch up that I will have to do a few more bucket loads here of soil. Hope you guys enjoyed today's landscaping project, getting to use the F250 and the Bobcat 863. Thanks for watching, stay tuned for the next one, and subscribe for more.